time to return to the serious and sometimes rather violent world of extreme gadget testing. You'll know that this week's challenge is a knockout. So, in round one, Susie bit the dust, quite literally, when she was spectacularly thrown off her electric quad bike. In round two, for some reason, Dallas couldn't cope with being continually electric shocked, so we had to say goodbye to him, which brings us to round three, and me and John. Now, to decide a winner, what better way than to test a couple of gadgets to destruction? And what better gadgets than these? Two of the world's toughest ever laptops.
First up, I've got the current holder of the Gadget Show's rugged laptop crown, the latest version of Panasonic's Toughbook, now with a faster processor and a larger hard drive. It's specifically designed to work in tough outdoor environments.
I've gone for the closest competitor to the Toughbook, Motorola's brand new ML910. It's a real beast of a machine designed with the military, the police and the fire brigade in mind.
Our first test involved 10 tonnes of builder's sand.
Careful not bang the table, guys, because you might damage our laptops.
Laptops have an IP, or ingress protection rating, composed of two numbers. The first number refers to the protection against solid objects like dust and dirt, and the second number against liquids. We'd be typing away on our laptops while getting buried in sand to see if they'd live up to their high IP54 protection rating. The maximum's actually 6. What 5 means is that they're protected against dust getting inside and there's very little chance of it happening.
Yeah, but should anything penetrate the inside of the computer, it's quite bad news. You know, it affects the airflow, which can encourage a computer to overheat.
Yep.
And also, it can actually play havoc with the circuitry. It can corrode the circuitry inside the machines.
Once we were sufficiently buried, we were left for 10 minutes to give the laptop fans time to pull in any sand or particles if they were going to.
10 minutes up, it was time to get out.
Right. I want a call. Aha! It's still on.
Is it?
Yes.
It's gone into log off. And it's there. There's the article. Fantastic.
With both laptops still working, it was time for the next test. How waterproof they are.
Now, the Panasonic's designed to stand up to a bit of moisture, but quite clearly this is ridiculous. However, with all the rubber flaps in place, everything seems fine.
The 4 part of its IP54 rating means it can survive splashing from any direction.
The Motorola also has an IP54 rating, and the keyboard is meant to be 100% sealed from moisture, because, of course, if any of this moisture does get inside, it could be catastrophic.
Both laptops coped easily with the light soaking and kept working, so we decided to push them to the limits. We ramped up the water pressure.
Whoa! Oh, my... That actually hurts! Ow! One must keep typing! Ow!
They're not designed to stand up to this amount of water, but we didn't care. We were more interested in protecting ourselves from the rushing torrent.
I can't see a thing again!
After about 350 litres had been dumped on us, it was time to check the damage.
Both the laptops had a power light on, and that was about it.
But we weren't finished with them.
It appears all that water may have seen off our laptops, but they're not quite dead yet. We've both got power lights that light, and we know from experience that drying out gadgets often brings them back to life.
And what better way to dry them out, John, than with a dirty, great big explosion?
It's not as gratuitous as it seems. Blowing them up is also a good test of the laptop's casing and shock resistance. The Toughbook is made from a magnesium alloy, and the hard drive is protected from harm by a 32mm thick foam-packed case.
The Motorola is also made from a magnesium alloy and is drop-resistant from a meter, and the 60GB hard drive is in a shock-proof housing.
3, 2, 1... Fire!
Whoa! Look at those laptops!
The massive mortars blew the laptops at least 20 metres into the air. If the explosion didn't kill them, then surely the landing would.
Let's go have a look, come on! There's mine, I think. Wow, look, I've lost one of my keys.
You'll be able to get that on eBay.
And look, this is the part of the computer that took the full force. It smashed the fan.
But that was nothing compared to the damage done to my Toughbook.
There it is! There it is! Look,
It's completely dismembered.
Well, I don't know where the rest of it's gone.
It is literally blown in half.
Now, that's what I call proper testing.
I know, I absolutely I think some of those tests, although we turned the volume up a little bit with the last one, you know, they're very serious tests.
I think that we have to say that neither manufacturer claims that either one of these are bomb-proof, explosion-proof, blast-proof. We did really push them hard.
We did push them hard, but I think in getting to that point, we built up the intensity and did some very thorough and proper testing on these machines, and the amazing result is that the Motorola won over the Panasonic.
It did, finally.
Formerly our champion.
I know.
Now it's
sad.
that.
By virtue of it just being a little bit more like a laptop at the very end.
Yeah, I think I'll stick to using my own, thanks, guys.